Hello and welcome back to Day Our Survival. All I've done since the last video is gone from here to where I currently am now. And what I'll be doing now is I have 17 bottles of water left. I do have some food, but I'm going to scavenge this town right here, Kovdor, and then probably go and scavenge this one here, this little village. So I've made a camp where I am now. I have a hut and fire right now. I do have some food. What I'm going to do is probably drop the things that I don't need here. I'm going to go ahead and drop this chainsaw, the wire, even the soap, all this excess stuff that I don't need. Go back to the first page. Might as well just boil these so then I can eat them up. Eventually, you're going to end up with so much food that you're just going to have to pick and choose, kind of. Okay, so I'm going to drop the cart too, because right now I'm trying to get the bicycle to which I can attach the cart to. I'm going to make sure my cold coffee's starred, that my food is starred, and my water is starred. Okay, so that's what I'll keep for now. I'll even maybe drop this and keep the rest of that. Okay, and like I said before, the reason I bought the premium game is so that I could use markers. So I'm going to go ahead and start this with my infamous pink marker. Okay, now we're going to go and scavenge this town. Now I am scavenging it at night right now, and the reason for that is because I don't have rags. I changed all my rags into clean bandages, but it's daytime now, so all I had to do was make sure I was saved in a good position and take a chance. So we're going to zoom in now on a few of these buildings. Let's start off. Actually, here we go. We're being attacked. Let's go ahead and finish this battle, get it out of the way. I'm really not even going to worry about picking that up. And because it's only bleeding at 1, I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to go away in a second here. So you'll see right now I'm at the clothing store. This has just different types of items here, like clothing-wise, that you can use. What I'm going to do right now is really I'm just searching it, so then that way I can tear up all these items and I can increase my sewing level. This part is kind of tedious and repetitive. It is very boring, but in the end, it is good for you to have as many skill points as you can. You'll see also at the same time that the radiation level in this town is faster than the previous towns we've been at. So you kind of just have to hurry on up and do your thing here. Or what you can do is also go in and out of towns. I will probably leave this and have a little rest and then come back and pick up where I left off and scavenge the rest of it. Right now, I'm currently looking for bicycle parts. I think I need 10 for the next mechanical level. You'll notice the two you'll see here where it says repair and tear. Wear and tear minus 20%. You can do that on a few of your different clothings. You can do that on your vehicle when you finally get one, your transportation. And really you just have to make sure you have the required parts. And then up here where it says wear and tear is 73%, that will go down by 20% every time. So if you have a good backpack or good clothing and equipment that protects you and you want to make sure you keep it, you definitely have to be doing that. Also, your transportation, once it starts to get to a wear and tear of almost 100%, I think after 90, a little icon will show up on the screen that tells you that your vehicle is pretty much going to break down. You better fix it up. Of course, you can't expect to drive forever, but unfortunately, sometimes the wear and tear is pretty excessive, so I always make sure I have a lot of extra parts with me required for that wear and tear, especially if you're going on a long journey. So I'm going to pick up a few of these, not very many. You're always going to have rags, but I just need to make sure I have that. Now, my personal level when I'm in a city is usually between 20 and 25. I usually like to get out of the town and go back to camp, take a little rest, and then that way I can get my poison level back down and start all over pretty much with scavenging the town. So we're heading back to our camp here. And I only have 14 water. I'd like to have more water than that. I'm just going to be drinking some coffee right now. The coffee brings everything down to 0. I'm going to make sure I finish my food here because it only lasts for so long, for 2 days. I think I was ending on those days. So now I'm going to restart that so it shows up at the beginning here. And I'm going to drop that, but I'm not going to drop that I'll drop it now. I'm going to stir some rusks, and we'll stir that. And then what I'm just going to do is take a little break here until some of that goes down. I think just because we're doing this tutorial here, I might speed things up. I usually don't like to waste these. Yeah, obvious reasons why. Because later in the game, you'll probably need them more. You'll be entering more towns with higher radiation levels. It just makes sense to not have to waste them like that. Especially if one says minus poison 30, you can actually let your poison get to about 20 or so and actually let it be useful. Even like when you're eating food and whatnot. What I just did when the hunger was at 9, that's just because I was trying to get rid of it. You really want to wait till your hunger is near 30 to actually get the full value of the food. So anyway, my levels are all down here, so we're going to go back to the town. I probably should have made something because it's going to be dark soon. I should have made a torch. It's going to go all wacky there. Okay. So let's start off with the cafe. Cafes are always a good place to get food, water, items like that you'll need. I pretty much love the coffee I can get there, the Pepsi, and the tea bags. Because when you're on a long journey again, when you're using those, your fatigue level goes down with your thirst. So let's pick up everything that we need here. Again, I like the salt because later when we make the dried meat, you require 10 salt for each piece of dried meat. And some animals will give you a large amount of meat. So right now, we're just going to kind of scavenge a few places here. I'm kind of going against my own words and I'm searching everything in the dark. It's because previously I was actually missing the rags, which was required. And now I've dropped the gasoline at the camp, so it's not like I can make one right now. But I probably could if I wanted to go to the car. So if there's a vehicle around, I might siphon gas and I might make one. So I'm going to pick that up. I like the soap too for my Molotov cocktails. And might as well go up here. So this is where I'm going to find the vehicle. I'm going to search. I'm going to siphon some fuel from it. And take that. Pharmacy is always a great place to get bandages, alcohol, and different drugs that you'll need to lower your radiation level, etc. So what I'm going to do right now is I guess I'll pick up everything there. I'm going to break this guy up, and we will make up a torch. So I'm going to mark off the places that I've been. Clothing store. This part will be pretty repetitive here, so sorry about that, guys, but I want to increase all my skill levels. And to be honest, right now, this seems to be the best time to do it before things get serious. Okay, let's tear this up. You'll see my radiation level is reaching pretty much my max limit here. It's actually passing my max limit. Kind of pushing it. I think I just picked up all those rags too. Just gonna let all my radiation and poison levels kind of get down for a bit here before we continue. This is pretty repetitive. All I'm gonna do is just be searching again some more towns here. What I'm going to do is just head back to the campsite while I'm at it. Moving around, get my levels down. Rearrange my items and my stuff. So I picked up a lot of rags there. If my fire is still going, I could boil. Nope, not boiling. So let's go and chop some wood. We'll kindle up a fire. Oh, I used up my torch, but that's okay. Quickly make another one, gain some points. So I just want to make sure all my water is clean. Drop the gasoline that I don't really need to carry. Could probably drop a few other things here as well. See, I have this one here, 23 cans, weighs 7.5 kilograms. Might as well just drop that. I'm actually probably going to use a drug here just to kind of get things going. Get all my stats back to nearly perfect and save. And if I die, I just really start here, so not much risk involved when I go out traveling. So what I've been really needing to look for here are bicycle parts, and I haven't really done that too well. But there's not too many buildings that we could be looking for that here. Hotel doesn't really have anything I need, doesn't offer me anything of interest. Department store, the soap offers me interest, but I'll find so much of that later. I'm not even going to worry about lugging it around with me. What does interest me is this crater. It's got flint. I don't really care. I'm kind of noticing these darker craters are toxic water. I have yet to be wrong about that, so every time I see a toxic water crater, I just exit with my red X. Might as well do this while I'm here. Sorry, guys. So again, this move is kind of repetitive here, but my sewing levels are going up, and that is a good thing. The one thing I do have trouble upgrading my skills on is the blacksmithing. I have yet to really get too far into that, as I guess maybe I've just been avoiding that type of thing. But so you'll see that as I keep continuing, I'm unlocking more of these items and more designs. And that's all really based on me tearing up these clothing items. So now if we go to sewing, you'll see simply by ripping stuff up, I've already that the next level will be 4. So simply by tearing things up, I've already gotten halfway through all these sewing levels. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just finish off. Oh, let's move that again. Okay. Really what I was trying to look for were bicycle parts. I don't think I'm really going to find anything in this city about that. So I'll just try a few more things. Pretty much these houses here, the ruins, there's not too much you can get from them anyway. So I think what I'll do is just go straight back to the camp and get ready for the next part of the journey. Okay, so now we're back at camp. So what I'm going to do is bring my food level down to 0 and rest till I'm at 0 again. And then I'll probably end up saving. Actually, I'll wait till my poison and radiation levels reach 0, and then I will go ahead and save. Okay, so let's go ahead and save our game here. And I'm going to pick up everything here that I need. You'll see my load is going up here, very minimal, 65%. Most of it was the end there, that chainsaw. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and clear my marker, so I know I've picked up everything there. And pretty much I'm going to head over now to this village. It's going to be nighttime soon. I probably should have made a torch before I left, but that's okay. I'll end up doing it as we go here. Okay, so I'm just going to stop here quickly, pull up my inventory. We will go ahead and just chop some wood. I'm going to kindle a fire, drop this wood, and make a torch. At the same time, I'm going to boil my 3 bottles of water here, and I'll make some more coffee. And I can go ahead and start that now, but as soon as that changes to cold coffee, I'll probably just have to restart it anyway. All right. Saving just kind of becomes a very good habit for me to have. So traveling right now is pretty slow, but it's because we don't have any other means of transportation right now. So until we do find a bicycle and then get a motorcycle, this is how it's going to be for now, which still isn't too bad. Now, okay, so I'm going to go up here to this area. I might just go right up in here with all my stuff. And then when I leave, I'll leave out the other side and just continue on the journey here without having to make camp. Okay, so pretty much all I'm seeing here is one police building and available crater with dirty water. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this. I am going to search this because I like to have as much water as I can. I'll boil this right afterwards. And might as well check out the police station. Well, there's really not too much here I want. I actually don't think there's anything here I want. Well, I'm sure you know the routine for me by now. Alright, so now it's dark. I'm just going to get right out of here. And I'll just do again the usual thing. Chop up some wood. Kindle it, create a torch. Actually, maybe I'll sleep first and then create my torch. So I'll sleep, get all my stats up. Boil my water. Again, this boil button is becoming faster and faster, and eventually that boiling bar is not even going to show up on the screen anymore when you boil. Same as the tear. When you're tearing stuff up, it's not going to show up anymore. Alright, done. Okay, so we're pretty much going to continue on our journey now. We still have so much to go. I do like to stop around in this area because there is a quest there for a submarine. So pretty much we're going to try and go around these bodies of water. And it's dark. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to chop some wood. I guess I could just keep those because I may make another torch later. So make a torch and I can rest if I need to. And let's continue. So pretty much all I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to get from point A to point B, and then we'll start the next video. I'm going to make my way to this city here, Belomorsk, and search for some bicycle parts. Okay, so see you at the next video.